Hi, welcome to Little Bite number 11. I meet a lot of people who would sort of claim to be perfectionists, or they'd say, well, I'm probably a perfectionist in some things. And I always say that every attribute we have, every characteristic we have is good until it's bad. And being a perfectionist, is good to some degree. I mean, it drives you to be successful, and it gives you a real sort of eye for detail and wanting to make things right. But when you take it over a point, it becomes unhelpful. And the thing about perfectionism, it's kind of like a categorical way of thinking, right? It's a black and white way of thinking. It's perfect, or what you judge to be perfect, or it's the opposite. It's not unperfect. It's failure, because this is superlative, right? It's as good as it could be. It has to be as bad as it could be, and that's failure. And that's the trouble. And if you ever feel like you're kind of down or depressed, it's likely to be because you've bounced from trying your best to be good enough and all of a sudden realizing or feeling that things are failing, that it's not working out for you. Now, the problem is that nothing's perfect and nothing's a failure. And the only real failure, I guess, is not trying. Nothing's perfect, nothing's a failure. We need to live in the bit in the middle, right? It's good enough. Good enough for the purposes that I'm using it for, right? It could be better, but it'll be okay, And we've got to accept this in ourselves. We can't be driven by this kind of rule that it's perfect or it's a failure. We have to go, well, actually, you know what? I'm a human being. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. That's how it actually is. And recognizing that we actually live in the bit in the middle is the secret to, I think, to a degree, not being depressed, to not being anxious, to recognize that moderation in terms of our thought processes is really powerful. So, little bite number 11, you can crack the code of perfectionism, right? By recognizing that you need to live in the, you do live in the middle, just need to recognize that you live in the middle and stop trying to push towards that perfectionist end and then inadvertently bouncing back and feeling like you're a failure. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen.